What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content daily. We also stream over on Twitch as well as on this channel here Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sunday mornings, US time, so come by and say hello. Okay, as we approach the end of yet another season, I wanted to share some information with you on how I go about making decisions on whether to push for leaderboard, which I've actually never done, but to try to rent power or get power to get up to a higher league, or maybe to rent out some of my cards. What is the best way to go about maximizing the return that you get at the end of the season? So this is the tool that I'm using. Shout out to Splinter Cards again. This is on Splinter Cards, you go to tools and loot chest value. And what I really like is that they have everything broken down from a league as well as interleague standpoint. So if you look at this, you can see we go all the way from Novice and Bronze 3 all the way up to Champion 1. So I'm currently playing in Gold 2, for example, and as you'll see here, they break everything down, give you the drop rates for what you can expect from packs, potions, all this good stuff. And at the bottom, you get a nice little chest value, so the per chest value of what you would receive on average. Now, of course, you could get lucky, end up with a gold foil legendary or something crazy like that, and that throws everything off. But that's what this is taking into consideration when it comes to overall averages of what you can receive, and then placing a dollar value on that. So there's a lot of different scenarios here to play with. I don't want to be diving into deep numbers for examples. This is more just a theoretical thing. But the specific example that I'll give you is something that I go through, for example. So if I am in Gold 2 and I'm thinking about going up to Gold 1, or maybe having some cards. So the way that I look at it is I technically have enough power for Gold 1 if I weren't to rent out any of my cards, especially the cards that are not in my deck, because then that would count towards my playable cards. So what I'm usually doing is renting out the cards that I don't play with, right? All the secondary, third cards that I have, and therefore that power is no longer being utilized by me from a playable standpoint. So I get dropped down to Gold 2, and I spend most of my time with Gold 2 power, even though my total collection probably has Gold 1 power. So the question that I have to ask myself usually every season is it better to take that stuff off of the rental market and go through and rent, not rent, but have that power for myself, and therefore get a couple of more chests? And I'm not sure what the difference is. Actually, we can go and check Splinterlands here. So for gold, for example, let's see here, you would get 30 chests versus 26 chests. And so I would go through and say that's a 4 chest difference. And if I go to Gold 1, I would be getting roughly 12 cents, maybe 13 cents of value per chest times the 4 additional chests. And I look at that and I say, well, that's, roughly 50 cents. Can I take the cards and rent out all the power so that I'm just crossing the Gold 2 threshold and getting all the rewards there? So those are the calculations that I kind of make. Now, one of the interesting things, I had a conversation with a guild member as well for leaderboards, and approaching leaderboards where it's just if you are in a position to get something on leaderboards, should I stay within this league even if I have the power to jump up to a higher league? Well, that's something easily calculatable, because then you can go through and see how much you would be receiving from your leaderboard payout, right? Your leaderboard positioning payout, and then compare that to what the average chest value would be for whatever league you would finish in if you were to move up, for example. So it's definitely, there's a lot of math involved. You'd have to be thinking about this, but if you were trying to maximize your rewards, I highly recommend using this tool. I think it's fantastic for that reason alone. And I spent a lot of time just kind of digging through the values. Now, if you're watching this video in, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks or a month, keep in mind that we probably only have one more season. Actually, I shouldn't say that. We have at least one more season, this upcoming one, maybe 2 more, maybe 3 more. Who knows how long until we get the rewards update. So we may have some time where this video will still be relevant. There will probably be changes, and I'm excuse me, I'm sure that the Splinter Cards team will go through and update this once we do get those ranked reward update changes. So that's gonna shake things out. So if you're watching this is probably an older video. If you're watching this in a month or so, however long it ends up taking. But I don't believe that that would change the value and utility for this if they are able to adapt it to whatever the new rewards end up being. And as you can see here, they've included Chaos Legion packs. So this is very up to date in my opinion, and taking into account all the average values of the rewards cards, the gold edition rewards cards, where DEC is, and all that fun stuff. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys. If you have not been using this tool, I would at least highly recommend checking it out, and show some love to T-Hawks, who is the creator for this free project. So that's all I have. Let me know if there's anything that I'm missing here, or if there's anything I didn't cover, or that you want me to take a closer look at. But otherwise, have an amazing rest of your day. I will catch you all in the next video, and I will see you around the game.